Kia in here.
Hi,
Kia, how's it going?
how are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Cool, cool, cool. Man, I don't know. I'm always envious when I see pearly white teeth because it's like, you know what I'm saying? I look at mine, it's like they look like white, but I know, you know what I'm saying? This is only the camera, so it's cool. Yeah, it's like, Kai, how's it going?
It's going good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Good. I'm loving the ensemble. You know what I'm saying? You got the PJs matching the hair with the glasses and the highlights.
Thanks. I'm
You know,
trying. I'm trying.
you're doing great with it. You're doing great with it. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? You guys see her, beautification, beauty, you know.
Thank you.
Um, I know what you do. You definitely have like a lot of content out on YouTube with just like,
Yeah.
yeah, a lot out there, you know what I'm saying? But for those that don't know, you know what I'm saying, let the people know, you know what I'm saying, your craft on YouTube, how you make this ensemble, you're
Okay.
saying how you're like, making people beautiful and makeup and all that.
Hi, guys. My name is Kia. I am the owner, operator, and everything else for kiyashaco.
Mm-hmm.
Um, kiyashaco consists of makeup and photography. I do YouTube, I freelance, I shoot clients, and I also educate for makeup.
I love it. And the thing is so interesting because, you have a makeup artist, then you have somebody taking the photos, but you're doing both, which is
Yeah.
awesome. Like you're a one woman band. That's really, really awesome. So how do you feel, doing both, with your shoots? I'm guessing you do. You know what I'm saying?
Um,
Does it feel overwhelming at times that you gotta like, pamper somebody up and then take the photos and doing that? Or does it really compliment, because you know how the photo should be like and also how to make up, I'm
I
curious.
think when I first started, it was overwhelming. I've had a camera in my hand for almost as long as I've had a makeup brush, but
Mm,
I was not very vocal
mm,
with my photography. It was always kind of like I take my own pictures and kind of kept it moving. And within the last years, when I really got camera heavy, really started producing and working and marketing myself as a photographer too. Um, in the beginning, it can be overwhelming. I'll be
mm.
honest. I like to be transparent. I was
Yeah,
all over the place for a second.
yeah.
Like,
I bet, yeah. That's
I
hard.
think, I think what really helped me stay organized and kind of structure the content that I was trying to create and what I wanted to market is definitely having a vision.
Mm,
I've always had a vision for makeup, not so much photography. It was always just kind of a hobby.
mm,
And so I started small. I was not taking clients at first. Like I wasn't even
mm,
thinking of taking clients. I was doing a small series called Raw versus Final,
mm,
which I started with like scenery, flowers. I would do raw pictures and then I would take the time to edit them and I would show the before and afters.
mm,
Um, and I took my time with that. I know some people were getting like tired of me posting that content, and I still post it till this day. It's still a
mm,
project that I work on. Um, but over time, as I got more comfortable with editing and stuff, I then started incorporating the edits of myself and
mm,
working with clients. And even now, it's still a thing because I still am in the process of teaching myself Photoshop.
mm,
So it's like I'm taking these pictures and everybody wants high glam, everybody wants editorial, they want these
mm,
makeup looks, they want them fresh to look like a magazine. And so that was something I had to teach myself, which I'm
mm,
currently learning. um, but I also work in a salon, so before things were getting closed down, I didn't really have the time to expand my business the way that I wanted to because I was still trying to push my content. But this has given me time to not only focus more on my content but also on what I want to teach myself. I pride myself in being somebody who can do it all themselves. And I feel like when I say that, people think that it means I'm scared to ask for help, and it's not. I study, converse with other photographers, other content creators. I
mm.
get tips and tricks. I'm always on YouTube learning. I feel like as long as you're willing to ask for help, there's nothing wrong with learning everything yourself. Um, and when you know what you want and you have a steady vision, it's a lot easier to execute.
Mm.
So,
Yeah, and I love it too because if you're open to expanding your craft, you could be the masterpiece and work hard at the same time. For you, I'm saying you're working on how you could have better like pictures of Photoshop and also doing salon too. There's nothing wrong with trying to be not even a master, but trying to be like well versed in your craft. Because I'm pretty sure like and how the photos should be definitely has a toll on like how you do your makeup and vice versa. Good or bad depending on like how people see it, but there's nothing wrong with actually trying to divvy up, where your interests are, and that's really great. But to go back to you focusing on like the salon and also learning Photoshop, what do you feel could be like a setback? Because sometimes, you see like the photos and you know how it's supposed to be. It's like, oh, what I'm saying? Let me like change my makeup, routine a little bit so I can have the photo here. Or it could be the other way, what I'm saying? Oh, I know, how the makeup's supposed to be. Let me change my editing skills a bit. Do you feel like you have that, riff sometimes, when you do your work, or is it like a good balance?
No, originally I did. It was really
Mm.
hard.
Yeah.
I'm not a patient person.
Yeah.
I am not a patient person.
Yeah.
I get frustrated extremely fast.
Yeah, you ain't no one.
So when I was working with more of a more crunched in schedule, I was really, really on the go. Like I was spending 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. at the salon. I would still book photo shoots. I was booking clients in between my clients at work. And so I didn't have the time that I needed, and I was trying to fit it in. And I like to party. I'll be transparent. So I was doing all this and coming home, changing my clothes, and going out.
Oh, it's lit. Yeah.
So
Get the bar
I
rolling.
wasn't really allotting myself the time, but I also am one of those people who I genuinely believe that I work better under pressure. And so sometimes you got to slow down. Like this really put me down, not just because it put me out of work, but also because it changed my lifestyle. I was on the go all the time. And I wasn't taking a second to breathe. So the first week was awful. I was like shut down. I couldn't create. I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I need a second. But then I started thinking of all the things that I wanted to do that I hadn't had time to. And that's when I really started working with the video editing. I was doing everything from my phone. And I do feel like that's something important to communicate, because I know a lot of us creators get discouraged when we don't have the right tech. But I have an iPhone XS Max. I was filming on it. I also have a camera. I have a Sony A5000, so that is Wi-Fi compatible. So I was sending the videos, like either filming on my phone or filming on my camera and then sending the videos over to my phone and editing on my phone. I was uploading from my phone. Like there are definitely cheats and ways you can figure it out, which I think is important too. But luckily I was gifted a new laptop, so it gave me time I haven't touched a laptop in so long, honestly. So me trying to figure out like how to edit pictures and stuff on a laptop has been insane. But being able to slow down, I think helps. I definitely think it's something I'm going to apply to my everyday life. I think like maybe every other 2 weeks I'm just gonna sit. Just sit, take some time, think about. And I think being able to be still also helps me what's the word I'm looking for? I guess filter my content and zone in, really think about what I want to create. Because I started this again on a whim. I've been doing YouTube for a few years and I stopped. Consistency was a huge problem for me, just because I was so used to dedicating all of my time to other people's brands. I wasn't really being conscious of my own and what I wanted. I was listening to what people wanted from me when I was pushing their products and their stuff that I didn't even really think, this is my brand. This is what I need to do to feel comfortable within myself. And what I was pushing. So I took a break from my account for a while. I was gone for a while, and I am paying the price for it because as I'm trying to build up my engagement again,
get back on there.
But it is not something that I regret at all. And I say that all the time. Like sometimes you get discouraged, but I'll never say that I regret it, because I wasn't happy with my content back then. I wasn't doing things that sat with my heart. I didn't really know where I wanted to go. From there, I was just doing makeup to do it. And I don't like that feeling, because makeup has meant so much to me for so long that I was like, I need some time. So I took a break. I went and made a personal account. I was like putting my paintings on there, my photography, and I was doing whatever for a while. And then I was like, okay, I think it's time to come back. And I worked for Mac for a while, and working at Mac was so demanding that I didn't want to create anymore. Like it was draining me. I was like, I have to go to work dressed up in a full beat every day.
Every day, and then beat people's faces.
And you got customers going off, and you're sitting there, you're like,
it's like, why?
How is this advancing my brand? What am I gaining from this besides a check?
I know. It's like, what? And it's crazy, because like when we get so used to the rudimentary things, then we love, could be so basic. Same thing with your makeup. You love makeup, you love making content, but when you focus on other people's brands, you feel like you're working on everything else but you want to do, and it comes so like easy to be in like the roller coaster of life, just moving forward and not really stopping at what you want. You kind of lose like the passion, the lust that you had when you started beginning. I know for me, this time has been really, really, really what you talked about, is actually focus on what I want to focus on. Am I putting content out that I really want to put out there? You know what I'm saying? It's something that I'm being true to myself, or am I just doing it just to do it? And once you come back to your senses like that, you realize when you come back, you put greater things out there, more things that a lot of people want to do. Work is just that more, enjoyous. So I'm glad, what I'm saying, you definitely had the time to like, sit back, relax and chill because man, like it's so crazy how like just our generation, we always want to go, 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 go,
Yeah.
go. You know what I'm saying? We don't know how to stop. And when we do stop, we don't even stop for like, 10 minutes. It's like 2 seconds, we're going back into it. So I really like that. I really like that. So with this, pivot that you have, this pause, where do you feel like you're going to focus more of your, brand and content now? Is it still going to be both, big photography and makeup? Is it going to be more in video? Is it more like, things like I'm kind of curious to figure out, when you took this pause, where do you see yourself going next, to the right direction for yourself?
So for me, I think I do want to continue having an umbrella for my brand. I thought very long and hard when I did my rebrand on if I wanted to include makeup artistry to the end of my name.
Mm,
And I chose not to because I know that I do want more. I do want to be taken seriously as a photographer and a videographer and things like that. These are things that mean a lot to me. And I don't feel like I am in a place where if I stopped doing it, I would still be happy.
mm,
I like being multifaceted. It works for me. And I think the feedback that I get from the people who choose to engage with my content is always positive when they see that I do everything.
mm,
I have people who have been following my makeup journey since the beginning. And that is in itself just a blessing to have people who are constantly supporting you. But the people that I have gained as I've continued to pick up new talents
mm.
is heartwarming. Honestly,
Mm.
it really does. It
Yeah.
keeps me up. It keeps me wanting to move because I feel like when I am getting discouraged or I just go through periods where I'm just not really focused on makeup anymore,
Mm,
I don't feel lost
mm,
anymore. There were times where like I would stop doing makeup and I would get so sad, but it was because like I couldn't create anymore because I just was having a block and
mm,
I had nothing else to do. I was like, makeup is my life. What else can I do? What can I gain from it?
mm,
I'm sitting here and taking this break and it's hurting my business and I don't have anything else to channel to.
mm.
So when I decided to pick all of this up, I think that is my favorite thing is that when I can't focus on one thing, I have something else to channel my energy into.
Mm, and I think that's really like the season we're in. You know what I'm saying? We're so used to everyday norms, the thing that keeps us going, but we don't have any other outlet. And when that one thing is like plugged out, so we don't know how to really cope. And this is making us by force, at times to actually find out, what else can we use? Who can we get closer to? What other things can we get into to actually like, not fill the void, but other things that keep us whole. So I love the fact that you was able to find that for yourself. And I love, what I'm saying, like you want to be well rounded, what I'm saying? You sparked your light up again, during this time. And I know, what I'm saying, that's really gonna push you forward and definitely get you to the goals you're trying to get to. So I really love it. I really love it.
Oh, we have a question.
Yes, we do, from OG himself.
How were you able to stay patient through your rebuild? Like me, for example, I wanted to escape from social media. So I
Mm,
deleted a lot of my content and following, and it can be hard to rebrand.
yeah, that's
Okay.
real.
I'm actually very glad you asked that question because I'm the queen of deleting stuff and just going MIA. I think what is important and what I realize most, I'm all for deleting social media, but if you're going to do that, when you come back, you have to be willing to come back like full throttle.
Yeah, fire.
You have to have your content planned. If you're not going to immediately post, like for me on my business page, what I realize is I really don't like posting consistently. I
Mm,
don't like the idea of posting every day on my business page because it goes from my media being constructed to spam. And I
mm,
really, really don't like that. It bothers me. It frustrates me. And when I get confused, I just start archiving everything. Like,
mm,
I can't do it. So
mm,
the best way to do it is to definitely, while you're taking that time away, even on the days where you don't want to post or anything, just think of what you would post and jot it down. If you see a picture, you think that, oh, that'd be a cool screensaver, save it.
mm,
Save it in your pictures or write down a cool quote. And then when you come back, you have content to work with so that you're not so frazzled trying to figure out how to get engagement again.
mm,
I think when it comes to actually posting on your page, think about what you want, what audience you want to reach, and move from there. For me, I know that my audience is going to engage with me as long as I have a story. I don't have to actually post a post. As long as I'm posting, a lot of my following follows me on my personal page too. They see me cracking jokes and stuff on my personal page. They're like, okay, she's good. She's still working. Yeah. I'll post like when I'm filming my YouTube and stuff on my personal page, and then I'll save that story and post it on my professional page. And that helps my engagement too. I think always remaining transparent instead of just ghosting helps a lot. And I know we're in the generation where everybody's like, I don't have to explain myself.
Right.
You don't. But when you have a genuine following, you should. And I'm not saying you got to air your business out. Oh, I'm having a depressive episode. You don't have to say any of that. What I do is I just say I'm not feeling it. Honestly, y'all, I'm not feeling it right now. I'll be back soon. And then I come back with a post. And sometimes that post won't be makeup based. It'll be a painting I did or a picture that I really, really liked that I took or an edit. Hey, guys, I'm still alive and well. I'm still creating, just taking a break. I think that helps you, one, stay genuine. Not so much mystery behind you because everybody loves a person who's actually a human.
You're right.
I think that's so important. I think everybody's so used to creating these internet personalities and facades that we forget that people look at us because we're people.
Right.
That matters. So I think as long as you stay transparent with your following, you'll always be okay when you take your mental breaks.
I totally agree with that because we get the simple fact that we connect with people we connect with. And that's like the human side, you know what I'm saying? When we share our, ups and downs, we're like, wow, you know what I'm saying? This person is kind of like me, and we're going the same thing, even though they have this big following, even though, they're doing what I want to do now. But they're kind of in the same journey I am. We're all trying to get to the same place, and you definitely spend upon, like, definitely when you take a break, definitely come back with some fire because, people are waiting for you. So make sure you prepare for those people waiting for you as well. So that's really a great idea. That's really a great idea. So yeah, I really love like things you're telling us, like for real, because man, with social media and just now reality facades, like we feel like, what I'm saying, we don't brush our teeth no more. We're not doing things that we all do, and we're really not sharing that part of the story, and that's what really people want to hear. So that's really interesting that you brought that up, because yeah, that's the part of the story a lot of people want to hear. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna bring you closer to your fans, your followers, the people that really listen to your story, and making sure, what I'm saying, like you're conveying what you need to convey to them, and just being honest, being honest. So I love that. I love that statement. I really do. Cool. Well, thank you so much for like this conversation, like
No problem.
I know I say it for everybody, but what I'm saying, like all you guys are really, really dope. What I'm saying? Like all you guys really have a great story that you guys sharing with us, what I'm saying? And like for you, man, I see on YouTube, like you definitely have some dope videos. Like your makeup photography is really dope. And the fact that like they're going together is really, 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 really great. If you guys want 10,000 likes on Instagram, definitely hit her up, Kia, because we can make that happen. Easy.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you having me. It's been a pleasure.
Oh, it's been a pleasure talking to you as well. All right, Kia, you have it going, okay?
You too.
All right, talk soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Man, there's been some great people on the show. So let's get Jada. Oh, let's try Jada one more time.